Hello, this is Svetlana Shepitsina, and in this tutorial we will learn how to improve our workflow in WebStorm using macros and autohotkeys. All my WebStorm settings with remap shortcuts and autohotkeys file you can find in my video description. You even can download my memory cards for all remap shortcuts that I use, like this. So let's start. First, about macros. We know that using macros can make our workflow faster by reducing numbers of operations and how it works on practice. For example, I want to choose this word wrapper, and I'm in the middle of this word right now. I can use Vim. I jump back using B and then V to choose W word, and you can see what happens. This unfortunately one of issues in Vim in WebStorm. So we're pretty suffering from this, and how can we fix it? We can record macro. I use Alt-Shift-7, once more Alt-Shift-7 to start recording macro, and you can see here a pop-up macro recorded started. Then I want to jump back B, V, W, and you can see that it doesn't work this way, so we can make it differently. I stop with Alt-Shift-7 recorded and just ignore it. And to record this macro, I need to move to another word in this case. So with modal Alt-Shift-7, B, V, W, move back. My word is chosen and I click Alt-Shift-7. My macro is recorded and I can leave it without name and use it just once or as many times as I can until I record another macro and it will be overwritten. Or I can give a name, for example, word. Okay. And I have a macro with this name. I will just overwrite it. Yes. And now I can use it. For example, in admin, I can click to use a macro that I recorded last. I use Alt-Shift-0 and it works. I can delete it or I can just copy it, whatever. And in order to find all our macros, one of way we can click Alt-Shift-8. It's panel for plain saved macros, or we can choose Alt-Shift-9, edit macros, and we can move around. We can start typing word. Here it is, and we can when we click on it, we can see all operations that we did with Vim. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, and with this recorded macro, just one Alt-Shift-0, or we can since we give a name to this macro, we can also use Alt-Shift-8 and find this macro, type in W. You can see that I can find it and use it, but still it takes some time. What is another way? It's using Ctrl-Alt-S to find all our macros. Start typing macro, and here they are in our key map. Here we can find all shortcuts for using macro editing and all all macros that we created. Initially they are without any shortcuts like this word, and we can find the same macro that I created and choose a word, and I assign shortcut Ctrl+Shift+L. How it works? For example, I'm here, Ctrl+Shift+L, word is chosen, I delete. And in this case you can see that it works, it seems work exactly like with Vim. That's because of this pipe symbol. It's the only exception that I found with chosen words in this case. And if we use Vim, VW, you can see that even pipe is chosen. And since in recording macro I use just one step back, so it chooses until this with this empty space. It's about the word, and in my macros you can find another of them. For example, to chosen line to the end we use V, then Shift 4. It's two operations, and then move back if we need to choose exact number of words. And I can use just Ctrl+Shift+4 and choose it. It's much easier. It's another way, and for example, working in stylus, we just switch to stylus from less, and sometimes I just copy my styles from CSS or less, and I need to clean my code. It's pretty time consuming. Of course, I can use a jump and jump to, for example, column deleted, or jump to the end delete, or I can even find and delete one by one. I cannot delete automatically in stylus, because in some cases we need columns and semicolons in some syntaxes, so I cannot delete all of them with Ctrl+Shift+F, because then I have mistakes. What I created, it's macros. We can find them with Alt+Shift+8. It's the delete colon or delete semicolon, and I have shortcuts to all of them. For example, for delete semicolon, Ctrl+Alt semicolon, and also for deleting open brace, you can find them and use. And we can use, for example, Alt semicolon to edit, and Ctrl+Alt semicolon to delete it. It's easy to memorize, and it's like this. I'm here, Alt+Shift column, and it's deleted, and it makes work much faster. And for deleting closing brace, initially I created also macro, but finally I discovered that it's easier to jump and delete with DB if it's several lines, or just with X, so I don't need any macro in this case. And this about macros, it's very convenient. You can easy create them, you can edit them with Alt+Shift+9. You can start typing name to find, you can use Alt+Delete to delete this macro, and if you did it accidentally, you can just click on cancel, it will not be deleted. When you open, it will be still here. You can edit any macro with choosing this macro and clicking on enter, rename. In fact, you can only rename or delete some of operations here if you decided not to use some of them in the beginning or in the end. And that's all about macros. And now about autohotkeys, how it can be convenient for us. And my autohotkeys I use in Sublime Text 3, and I have a shortcut Alt+Shift+L. And here I have a shortcut for my project, and I will comment it for now just to show on practice how it works. And for example, for toggling project panel, I use Ctrl F12 and I'm here. And you can see, I need to reload autohotkeys after changing them with Alt space. So I'm here in project, I'm here in stylus, and I click Ctrl F12 and I'm in my project window. Ctrl F12 again, I can toggle it. But one of the issues is that I cannot jump immediately to the home. I need to use home button. So usually how it works, Ctrl F12, and if I'm not right now in the home, Ctrl F12 and then home. What can we do in this case? We can, in our autohotkeys file, and all syntaxes you can find, I have a memory card for this. We use for Alt Shift, Ctrl and Windows such syntaxes, and more information you can find on this website in docs for autohotkeys. And now I show just on practice for this example. I jump back, save, and reload with Alt space. And after I uncommented this code, I can use just one shortcut for these two operations, Ctrl Shift P. And I am jumping to project and directly to home, even if I'm here, even if I'm in this file, Ctrl Shift P, and I'm in my project root, and I don't need to worry about this. And how it works, I assign Ctrl Shift P shortcut that execute after clicking on after using it, my Ctrl F12 shortcut from WebStorm. You can find it here, Ctrl F12, it's project, and if I click on Ctrl Shift P, it shows nothing, it's empty. It's assigned in autohotkeys, and after using Ctrl F12, I put a break and then send home. Use my second shortcut, Ctrl Shift P, and I'm home. It's one of examples, and another one of operations that we need to apply frequently in WebStorm. It's adding our newly created file to VCS. And we have a shortcut for this. It's Ctrl Alt F12, and to show it on practice, I will create, for example, directive. KD run directive, for example, test, like this. I created directive test, and I can find with Alt N. Here it is, it's in red. It means that it's not added to VCS, and if I start commit files to GitHub, it will not be added. What can I do? I can click Ctrl Alt F12 for adding, open, and nothing happens. Why? Because I need at least to open this file, or if I didn't open this file, I need to be in the root of project. So I have ready shortcut Ctrl Shift P, and then I click Ctrl Alt F12. So it's two operations, and when we click on Alt N, my test file is added, everything fine, but we even can make it more easier. How can we do this? We have a shortcut for our panel, Ctrl+Shift+P, and we have a shortcut Ctrl+Alt+F12. And now we can create macro for adding our file to VCS. And I click on Alt+Shift+7 and start macro recording. And I know if I created a new file and I'm in any open file, I just need to click Ctrl+Shift+P and then Ctrl+Alt+F12 and then stop recording macro. And I can give this macro any name, or I can leave it empty, and I can create another directory like this. Just check. Maybe I opened too fast. Maybe I made a mistake. Ground directory. Just will be like this. Test. It's not created, so we just some issues, and I will do it manually in views. For example, about and show, I copy, paste, and I leave it just like this. And in this case it's automatically added. Directory my let's try like this. Here it is. It was a bug, and we created my directive file. It's in red, and now we can add it with our macro to VCS. And since I didn't add a name, I just click Alt+Shift+0. And we check it. Doesn't work. I got some bugs. Okay, I need to reload script. Ctrl+Shift+P, it works. My directory, it's here. I don't want to open it, so I am in the middle of project, and I use Alt+Shift+0. It doesn't work. It means that I made a mistake, so I need to record my macro again. Alt+Shift+7, start, then I use Ctrl+Shift+P, then I use Ctrl+Alt+A, I need to check my shortcut, Ctrl+Alt+S, and what I have, Ctrl+Alt+A, add file to VCS. So again, start. Sometimes happen bugs like this, and I will try to reload WebStorm. Okay. I have my file, it's not added. Ctrl Alt 7, Ctrl Shift P, Ctrl Alt A.